Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Out of Spec podcast. I'm your host, Francie. Thank you for plugging in with me for another electric episode about EVs, specifically this one, the Model Y. Has it been spotted? Perhaps. The Model Y refresh due in the future, a refresh to the best-selling EV and car in the world, might have been spotted, but we don't really know. Officially, no one really knows anything besides Tesla. But what I will tell you is about the sighting, about maybe what we can see there a little bit, but also the Model 3 refresh, and then maybe how we can imagine the Model Y refresh might come along. Nothing is for sure. There's no official statements from Tesla or anything. So let's talk about what we do and we don't know about. This episode is made possible by the support we get from Fort Collins Kia. If you are in the market for any electric Kia, not only do they never add market adjustments, they will deliver your car to you anywhere in the 48 contiguous states for out-of-spec viewers. More information in the link in the show notes. The Model 3 refresh was pretty well received. There was a huge focus on comfort and drivability, and also, of course, enhancements and upgrades that really kind of level it up again as a great value for an EV. We hope to see the same thing with the Model Y. As you'll see throughout this episode, the Highland is kind of what people call the Model 3 refresh, and the Model Y refresh, some people have called Juniper. But, it's a refresh of either model, either way. Like I said, the Model Y is the most sold vehicle in the world, over 2 million of these sold, very popular. But Tesla leadership has promised no new Model Y refresh in 2025 even. So, okay, maybe this is just an early sighting. Despite that, we have seen this post. I'm bringing up a Reddit post from the subreddit Tesla Model Y, which what appears to be a covered Model Y refresh that was spotted. And as the writer says here, running around Rose Bowl today and saw a masked Model Y parking nearby. Looks like the front is just as the same shape as the Highland, the Model 3 refresh. Last time someone saw masked Highland was about 6 to 7 months before it released. Juniper soon? That's the Model Y refresh. Okay, so there's this potential photo. What does this mean? What are other people saying? This does not mean that the car will be unveiled this year. The Model 3 refresh was also spotted early. There's a lot of testing to do, I'm sure. We can assume that many of the changes, though, that we might see in the Model Y refresh could be like the Model 3 refresh as well. But before I get into that, I also wanted to share this tweet by Tesla Newswire. So they say they're zooming in on the photo, the original photo that I showed you from Reddit, and they say the Tesla prototype of the upgraded Model Y Juniper is likely equipped with a front bumper camera. So if you look at the image, you can kind of see what they're talking about, but it is important to note that the Model 3 refresh was also spotted with a bumper camera in that way, similarly, and it was widely speculated on for the Model 3 refresh, but we can't know. And on the Model 3 renders, it was in a similar position, but it was later removed and not on the final product. So again, we don't know. No official statements, but an interesting thing to note if you're curious, which I know a lot of us are. But let's talk about maybe the anticipated changes and features that we can draw from based on the real-world Model 3 refresh. Comfort and interior features. Ventilated seats, enhancing that comfort for drivers and passengers. I love those. New frequency response dampeners. These are important as they drastically smoothen the ride, improve the overall driving comfort. This has been hugely noted as an improvement in the Model 3. Redesigned center console for better aesthetics and functionality. Ambient light strip. This is already seen in certain Model Y configurations in China. I have an ambient light strip in the VinFast VF8 as well. I love to be able to customize that, let my friends choose a color. It's nice, it's fun. And then there was the removal of wood trims. This was another change noted in some Chinese configurations. And then in the back seat, a rear screen for passengers to view ETA, estimated time of arrival, music, watch videos, air, all that stuff, and more. Technology and controls, we're seeing less and less of that tactile nature stick around in Teslas. And instead, they are moving to the removal of some of the tangible controls. For instance, they've removed stalks. So we might see that as well. Buttons on the steering wheel and a gear selector integrated into the touch screen. Some people, I mean, you just kind of get used to it, I guess, but it is different. An advanced sound system, love that, love a good sound system. The likely one is going to be one of the best on the market based on assumptions from the Model 3 refresh. And the upgraded system in the Model 3 has been, people like that as well. I know that the Cybertruck has a great sound system, but we're not talking about that. What about the exterior and safety enhancements? So a styling update, a refreshed look to the Model Y that's, similar to the Model 3. We have the new headlights and the front of the car redesign. So that's nice. We might see something similar with the Model Y. I wonder because some people are like, "Oh, I just don't like that one Tesla that looks like an egg," or whatever they say. I know some people don't have a deep love for the Model Y shape, but I don't know how much that would really change. But who knows? Maybe even slight little design changes could make people say, "Oh, that's actually kind of nice." A bumper camera, like I said, we don't know about that, although it might be spotted in one of these images. For the battery, us EV nerds, this might come to mind. No battery updates, but there were range increases due to aerodynamics works and more efficient tires as well in the Model 3. The refreshed Model 3 also had a lower maximum speed that it could go, presumably because of the more efficient tires. But Tesla puts different batteries and drivetrains based on vehicle region. So, for example, there are a couple different LFP batteries in Europe that we don't get here in the US market. So, we could never know at this point for sure. They could take this in any direction. They could really take the whole Model Y refresh in any direction. It could be very distinct from the Model 3 refresh. Although I do think that while there's no official confirmation from Tesla regarding the Model Y refresh, the evidence and speculations do suggest significant updates are on the way from what we've seen from the Model 3 and the focus on the enhanced comfort, the technology, the driving experience. I think that they're going to follow that route personally. Would love to know what you think, though, what you might expect with the Model Y. Is there something that didn't come with the Model 3 refresh that you would like to see in the Model Y? I think the Model Y will probably maintain its competitive edge in the vehicle market, but would love to see what changes they make, really. I don't know. I would love to hear what you want to see. And if you've been holding out for the Model Y refresh, does this make you even more excited? We talked about that months and months and many moons ago when the Model 3 refresh came out, and now we're waiting for the Model Y. So stay tuned for more updates as we look out for any official announcements from Tesla. There aren't any at this point in time, the afternoon of July 7th, 2024. But in the meantime, keep an eye out on any new sightings or leaks that may give us more clues about what we can expect from the Model Y refresh. Thank you for plugging in for another episode of the Out of Spec podcast, friend. I hope to see you on the next one. Drive safe, stay charged. Peace out.